And then he started doing these other studies. I already mentioned the order of things, which is a study of 3 fields of knowledge and transformations that have to do with various institutionalizations and changes in culture and so on. The major work that I study is from the 70s, and the big books are Discipline and Punish, The Birth of the Prison. He talks about what he calls the carceral system, the development of imprisonment as the only major means of punishing people who break the law, which, as I'm sure most people know, really wasn't the case for a long time. There were all kinds of other punishments, and there were dungeons, but dungeons weren't the same thing as prisons. They were mostly where you throw political enemies without particular sentencing or anything. Also, criminals and madmen and other forms of delinquents and deviants were often just thrown in the same place together. But locking people up for definite periods of time, it was an innovation. And so this is a book that talks about that innovation and talks about it in relation to a bunch of other institutional innovations that occurred in similar ways. The development of factories, factory routines, the ways that factories were first established, developments of schools as education in institutional settings became more and more common, instead of having tutors for rich kids and apprenticeships for poor kids. And he looks at how all these different ways of managing time, and that really is what these institutions do, they manage time, how that comes out of monastery rituals. And so anyway, it's a very interesting book, and it also makes it really difficult to look at imprisonment the same way anymore as a sort of like natural thing to do. So that's 1975.